Hi, this is Anna Choi with Energy TV, and today I'm excited to look at it's been a year since the pandemic began, roughly, at least for me, when it became real, and wanted to just do a quick check-in of how have you shifted during this time. So there's 3 questions I'd love to have you reflect on. So number 1 is, what are the learnings that you are grateful for? Number 2, how have your dreams actually become accelerated? And number 3 is, what are the habits that you now have that you want to bring forward once things resume back to how they were or not, whether they do or not. So I'm going to share a little bit about those 3 reflections with my family and how we've addressed them. So the first one, the lessons that we have learned, our learnings that we're grateful for. So, oh my gosh, there's so many. I'm going to put my little... So number 1 is our family, for the first time, went from pre-pandemic, we were super rushed, overbooked, little time. Right after it happened, the first 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, 3 months, it was perfect. It was like we finally had family dinners together. I wasn't constantly gone out of town. I felt connected and close. Fast forward 9 months in. Oh my God, get me away from these people. Oh, so, and then the holidays hit. And so we've tested all the extremes, and I'm very clear on what's a healthy boundary of how many, date nights we actually need, how much time I just need all by myself, alone, away, out of the house, and also with family and friends. Like we realized what friends we really have and what's necessary just to have us feel like sane, and then what would be ideal. We experienced the rhythm of slowing down while at the same time speeding up online. I now probably have a bad habit I don't want to bring forward, which is multitasking while you're on a meeting. It's like really prevalent now, and before I was more present. But anyway, so there's that. And then I in slowing down have developed a sense and an actual experience of that yin-yang flow. So usually we're like yang, yang, yang. And now, because I slowed down, yin, 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 I put a lot of yin time, I can feel the ebb and flow much more clearly and internally, rather than be driven by the outside and what news tells me or friends tell me or outside things tell me. I can go within and be like, okay, I sense this, I intuitively need to slow down. It's okay to speed up. Like there's like a nice internal flow and rhythm and compass. Anyway, I could go on and on. I'm just going to give you a few highlights. Then we're coming up with a blog, so you can look at the blog later in more depth. Dreams. Oh my goodness. So we've always dreamed of snowbirding from our 9 long, cold winter months in Seattle, to be able to go south where it's sunny, even for a month, would make a huge difference. We got to do that. We recently went on a road trip, scoped out, do we like Arizona? That's where our grandparents are and family is. Maybe Mexico, maybe Baja, we don't know. But anyway, it was awesome. It was actually still pretty cold in the desert, but we got to accelerate our dream of snowbirding. My husband's work as a software dev is now 100% remote. He was doing 2 to 4 hours a day of remote of commuting before. That's gone. So he got back so much more time. And then my son, we decided to homeschool him. So we have our whole family off grid, and we got to test out remote lifestyling as a family for 3 weeks on on Stewart Island, up in the northwest where the orca whales jump, and test that out. And it worked. We can remote work. So we're just scheming. We're still gonna have a home base here, but just for like 1 month out of the winter, being able to go somewhere awesome and sunny or internationally as a family and not have it disrupt, that's now happening. So that got accelerated. And what else? I'm just going to talk about that one. So habits. Oh my goodness. School. I'll just talk about school. We had to really unschool ourselves, and realize that life is school. We all know that intellectually, but it's another thing to live it and feel, stop all the guilt of like, wow, we only spent like 1 hour with you for homeschool this whole week and just kind of left you on your own. So we both work full time, and it just dawned on us, hey, we don't have to do the traditional Monday through Friday. So we have school Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday for 4 days, and only an hour a day is needed. We've tested everything from doing more to nothing and everything in between, and every single possible combo, just me, him, like everything. So what we have personally have come to is it's really best. Even just an hour of present time is really great for like schooling stuff. And so we're going to do that and take turns and be students in each other's class. So that's exciting. But as far as, so that is a habit I would say we're taking forward, is to think outside the box of what a norm is and really dissect it down to the elements of what actually matters. Okay, we figured out he really only needs, like if he had an hour a day, 4 days a week, that's plenty. It'll be probably honestly more than what he would learn in any other regular school. We had him in private school before because it's so tailored. And then we have so much natural learning, chores, allowance, cooking outside of that anyway. So I'm talking about just like formal classroom time. And we know that. Like I know in my heart as a mother that that's more than enough. He could actually probably be fine, like 1 to 2 hours a week. But, 3 to 4 is like super ideal. And then in business, last thing, habits, I have moved completely. I was always a virtual business, but all my marketing was live, in person, networking, speaking, organizing events, all gone overnight. So last year, exactly to this day, was when we got the order to cancel the event, which I had spent the whole quarter promoting, and that was supposed to be my revenue for like the next 3 to 6 months. And yeah, I was just finishing up flying back, actually. I was like, this is going to be my last plane ride for a while. Because I traveled like every quarter to my business conferences and all these things. So anyway, what was the moment, this is from NPR, that you knew things were going to be different? It was just fun to reflect on that. But anyway, habits in business. So now that I have learned how to 100% market online, through virtual experiences, retreats, online, all those kinds of things, that is what I'm going to carry moving forward. I have developed a national clientele from a more local clientele. I'm going to move that forward. And then I can integrate in person as needed now that I know my boundaries of what's really ideal and healthy and fulfilling my own dreams, right? So I'd love to hear from you, and you can just comment below. You don't have to go through each of the questions, but you can, just anything that opens up. It really makes it more fun when it's a dialogue. So join us there, and I'll also put a link for our, this is a new product that emerged, our quarterly retreat. So the spring retreat, or the soul, we call it Soul Spring Retreat, is happening. It's April 22nd through 25th. It's just really 2 full days, like 10 to 4, and then 2 half days of 2 hours, but we have it for Eastern time zones too. It'd be 1 to 7 p.m. Eastern time. And that's the opportunity to really replenish while also moving your business forward and planning your next 90 days. So we've created this hybrid, which is totally a product of the pandemic. And I'm so excited about it. It's going to be awesome. It's like everything I've always wanted. And super convenient and awesome and affordable. Anyway, so that's happening. So I'll put the link below and check that out. Would love and personally invite you to be at that. But otherwise, I'd want to hear how things have changed in the last year. All right.